So today's the Oscars, and a movie called Sinners is going to be up for a lot of awards. And a lot of people really love Sinners. It was a good movie. But one thing people haven't really taken notice of, which is strange because Sinners is really a movie for black people, and most black people are Christian, is the profoundly anti-Christian ideology in the movie of Sinners. And it's not extremely clear unless you're really looking for what the movie is saying about faith. But there's one key scene that really shows how profoundly anti-Christian the movie is. At the end of the movie, one of the main characters, this young man, feels like he's going to be killed by these vampires, so he starts praying, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." Now, instead of that resulting in a power from God over the vampires start praying the Lord's Prayer with the boy. So already, clearly, the prayer from the Bible that Jesus gives us isn't something that has power over vampires. Rather, the vampires can say it. And that's explained because when they get done praying together, the vampires and the boy, they say amen. The vampire says, "Long ago, the men who stole my father's land forced those words upon us, and I hated those men. But those words still bring me comfort. Those men lied to themselves and lied to us. They told stories of a God above and a devil below, and lies of a dominion of man over beast and earth. But we are beast and earth and God, and we are woman and man, and we are connected, you and I, to everything." So the vampire explains why those words bring him comfort. Because when he was a human, before he became a vampire, men who came and stole his land forced those words upon him. And those words were lies. They were lying to themselves, and they were lying to us, and they forced those words upon us. But now as a vampire, why do those words bring him comfort? Because he likes to oppress. He likes to lie. He likes to steal. So as a vampire, he used to hate those words because they were lies and they were oppressing him. But now as a vampire, he can pray them and he can say them because those are words of lie. Those are words of oppression. So what is the movie telling us about Christianity and about Jesus? Well, if you look at the whole movie, the kid's dad is a pastor, and the kid's dad is very strict with him. He's very against this one thing that the boy really loves, which is singing. And that's what the movie tells you, where the real spiritual power comes from. It's from song and dance and sex and lust, and that's where you get real spiritual power. It doesn't have anything to do with virtue and character and Jesus. Now, the movie isn't anti-God so much, because it does show a Native American man who's a vampire hunter who does say, "God be with you," to this one character. And that Native American man is portrayed as like a righteous person in the movie. So clearly the movie is not just anti-God in general, but as far as like within the Sinners universe, where is the power of God? The power of God in the Sinners universe isn't dancing and sex and having fun. And there's no power. In fact, there's the opposite of power. There's lie and oppression in Christianity. The kid's dad, the pastor, wants to take away his real spiritual power, which is dancing and singing, because he wants him to be with Jesus. And Jesus is a lie that the vampires take comfort in. So Sinners, entertaining movie, but as far as the ideology, profoundly anti-Christian.